Hi guys, so today we're going to show you what we've done with our tortoise table. Our tortoises are due in about a week's time, so we're just getting everything prepped for them, but we thought we'd like to show you what we've put into our table. So basically it came to us, this is some kind of pine ply, so we've just literally, we cuprinoled the outside of this with a garden shade. We only gave it one coat because obviously it's going to get a bit dirty, as you can see it already has there. We can literally just wipe that off and then we'll put another coat on as and when necessary. We didn't want to make it too much of a solid colour. Inside we got our pond liner, as you've probably seen in one of our other videos how we put that together. That just stops, obviously you're keeping your substrate sort of damp all the time to create humidity. So this is going to protect the wood for you and stop it going rotten. Underneath this, on the bottom, we used a yacht varnish. Again, for waterproofing. It was really strong, though. I'm quite overpowered the smell of that, so you might want to find something that's hard wearing but perhaps not as smelly as that, because we literally had to leave it outside for a few days to air it out. So as ours are kind of Mediterranean tortoises, they're also known as Russians and Greek tortoises, they need to be on a substrate which is like this topsoil. This is actually topsoil. It's a sterilised one, so it's not going to grow any weeds or anything like that. The brand's actually Westland I've used for this one, but you can get others similar. But the most important thing is not to have any added fertiliser or feed or anything like that with it. It's literally got to be sterilised topsoil with nothing added. So the topsoil, obviously it's going to dry out every day, so you're going to need to keep an eye on how quickly that's happening. But it needs to kind of hold together like that. That's exactly how the consistency should be. You don't want it too wet and muddy, but you just want it to be able to hold together. And obviously this might be, might need to do this more than once a day, so a mister, a sprayer, watering can will keep it in that condition. So that's what you're looking for. So first of all, in the corner we've got our cave or hide, somewhere that they can go in and it's a little bit cooler in there for them, so that'd be nice for the night time and maybe if they get a bit tired in the afternoon. We've got a selection of tropical plants that we put in. They're all edible for all types of tortoise. So we've got the bromeliad, some aloe in there. We put in a humid hide. Now we're actually going to be changing this in the next couple of days, but it gives you an idea. This is actually a Pyrex dish that I found. It's oven safe up to 220 and heat safe up to 220, which is why I wanted it that sort of thick and that protected, because it's going to go under the lamp. But we've decided that this one's a little bit too big for us, so we're going to scale it down to the next side, because obviously with it being a humid hive and with the sphagnum moss that we put here in it, there's too big a surface area and the heat's coming out, so we're going to be changing that next couple of days, but just for a smaller one. We put some pebbles in. Obviously this will help with the wearing of their nails and for a bit of interest, also to protect the fact that we don't want them eating all of the plants straight away. These aren't plants that are going to be their main meals. These are things that they can just nibble on throughout the day. So we put a pebbles around the aloe and this one. Well, I'm hoping it's enough, because they're quite expensive, so we don't want them to take everything all at once. But now we've also got their water bowls. We've put 2 in here because we're getting 2 Horsfield Tortoises. They're only hatchlings, so they're about 6 months old now, I think, when we get them. So all little babies, but I know they like to submerge themselves totally in their water as well. So we thought we'd try and have one area, hopefully they'll keep clean, and the other one's a bit deeper, so they might prefer that for submerging in. We've got their slate. Now this is a must for the tortoises because it helps to wear their beak down, and on that we should always have some cuttlefish out. Again, helps with their beaks, and some lump chalk. This might be a little bit big for them, so I might cut that down a little bit, but that helps with their calcium levels if they need any extra. We've got this is actually a hamster bridge, but this is perfect for them as babies. So there's one there, and also got Hubba Hut, this one's called, but we're hoping they might like to bury under these. But we've tried to put enough in, but also leave enough room for them that they can wander around with plenty of space. So for the lighting and heating, we decided to go for the combi bowl, which actually gives you both the UVB light and the heating element of it. So we've got actually a Mega Ray 100 watt, because we've only got a fairly smallish table, so we have to take that into consideration. And we bought the deep dome ceramic holder for on top. Most of the tortoise tables here come with stands, which you literally can just trail it over, but we decided to buy a proper stand for it. they're quite easily available, and obviously they just give you that extra bit of sort of security that it's not just going to drop off. We've actually secured it with a couple of actual cable ties on top, so we're just in the process of clipping them off. So to position it, you're going to have to try a few different heights and widths across your table, but generally it's got to be about 30 centimetres from the shell of your tortoise. Now obviously we haven't got our tortoises yet, but we think we know where that's kind of going to come up to, so we've measured from there, and that does seem, with the laser thermometer that we've got, to give it a basking temperature of about 88, which is like perfect for them, and then about 68, 69 on the sides of the table.